Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is tackle this hall bathroom, which is primarily used by my kids. And it's been sitting like this disgusting mess for about 2 weeks now. If you've noticed, you haven't seen me clean it in any of my recent videos because this tub started leaking at the drain there and we had to replace the drain. And the plumbing underneath is just, it's wonky and it doesn't fit properly. So we had to get new pieces to fit it. All of that to say, it's taken us about 2 weeks to actually carve out the time because it required two people, one underneath the tub, which is we have access down from our basement, holding the pipe, and somebody up top screwing the drain in and all of that. So anyways, the last thing I did in this bathtub before we realized it was leaking was wash my dog. So there is dried up dog hair and just muck that's been stuck to this tub now for a couple of weeks, like I said, and we obviously couldn't run any water in here because, well, the tub was leaking. And at one point we actually had the entire drain removed. So if we would have ran water, it literally would have flooded the bathroom down below. So today is the day we finally got the plumbing fixed, and I'm going to get in here and tackle this bathroom. Okay, so as I finish up the toilet there, I'm making my way over to the dreaded bathtub. It was kind of disgusting, I'll be honest, because like I said, the dog hair was all just piled up and as you can see, dried up, stuck all over the bottom of the tub. And so, yeah, it needed some elbow grease, for lack of a better term. But anyways, I'm gonna get in here and I'm going to rinse down as much of the yucky little hair that I can. And I'm going to come in with the barkeeper's friend right here. I'm going to show you here in a second. I think I'm going to show you. Maybe I'm not. It's the barkeeper's friend like foaming cleanser. So whenever I clean a bathroom, or I should say specifically a bathtub, obviously start with the walls first. So scrub them down. They never get really bad in here because it's only my younger two that bathe in here, and they are again 3 and 6. For those of you that are new, I have 4 kids. My younger two are 3 and 6, and they are the ones that use this bathroom, and so they just take baths. So the shower walls don't really get yucky or really soap scum or anything, but obviously I'm going to give this scrub from top to bottom. So we're going to move on to the bathtub. There it is, the barkeeper's friend foaming cleanser, and it does a really good job of getting all of this yucky grime out. And then we have to tackle the toys here, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so got the toys all rinsed off, and I'm gonna come in with some Clorox cleanup, and it does contain bleach. And yes, I understand that bleach is a very strong cleaning product, and I'm all for using non-toxic, healthy cleaning products. However, in certain situations, I want a good sanitizing agent, and bleach is good for that. I don't use bleach on a daily basis by any means, But in certain situations, again, like I said, I felt like I wanted to make sure that these were thoroughly cleaned. And so I sprayed them down and kind of let them sit for a few, and then came in and rinsed them off very, very thoroughly to make sure that there was nothing, no bleach left behind. And then this bucket here we use to rinse our kids off in the tub, and it gets like this yucky grime at the bottom of it, and there's grooves in it. I don't know how well you could see that, but it makes it really difficult to get down in there with like a sponge. So again, just sprayed it with the Clorox cleanup, let it sit for a few, and came back in and rinsed it out really well. And it actually took everything out. It did a really good job. And so you're going to get this finished up and get them very, very thoroughly rinsed so that there is no bleach remnant left. But again, I'm using the Clorox cleanup, which obviously is not straight bleach, but it does have bleach in it.
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lack and everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone.
So now that I have the tub all done, I realized that I don't really recall the last time that I took this shower curtain down to wash it. I use a washable liner as well, but then as I was looking at it, I realized, oh my gosh, this whole bottom corner, which is coincidentally next to the toilet, is full of what I'm gonna say is pee. Gross. So I'm going to assume that that was from my 6-year-old, because my 3-year-old's a girl and she sits to use the bathroom. But anyways, just finishing up wiping down the toilet. I always use a glove on my hand that I'm wiping with because, look, I love my children dearly. I've changed all of their diapers. But when I'm wiping up pee around a toilet, I just feel better if my hand is protected. Obviously, I'm going to wash my hands regardless after I'm finished, but still, I don't want to be playing in the pee, so to speak. So just going to get this finished up, which takes me a little bit longer because I need to be very thorough. We're still working on aiming, apparently.
Every bit of you couldn't face the truth that maybe you're just not that nice and humble kind. That would be a lie. Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lack and everlasting ego. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, oh, here he goes. Oh, here he goes, here he goes, here he goes with his humble lack and everlasting ego.
Okay, bathroom is finished up for now. The shower curtain's in the wash, so we'll come back and handle that later. I used my vacuum mop to clean the floor, and I had cleaned a couple other floors as well with this, so it was time to empty it out. And I have had some requests on how I actually go back through and clean this well, because if you are an owner of one of these machines, you will know that if you don't clean it properly, it starts smelling very musty, and it reminds me of like a musty cat pee smell. I mentioned this in my previous video, so I'm going to show you what I do. I don't do this after every single cleaning. After every single cleaning, I do take the tank out and I rinse it out with like some Dawn power wash, but to do a thorough cleaning, which is what I'm doing now, excuse me, I probably do it like every 3 to 4 uses. So it's not every single time. But anyway, I come in first, take my Dawn power wash, and I scrub out. This is the dirty water tank. And I scrub everything out pretty well. And then the cause of the smell is the roller here. So you just pinch the top. If you have a similar machine, I'm sure they come apart very, similar. And you pull the roller out. It comes right out. No tools necessary. The machine itself does have a self-cleaning feature. However, it doesn't sanitize it. So apparently Clorox Cleanup is my favorite cleaner in this video. The bleach here is key because the bleach is going to get in there and kill all of that bacteria that's causing that odor. This little scrubby brush thing I'm using here actually came with this machine. It helps you kind of get into the compartments in the actual machine itself. I'll show you here in a minute. But anyways, I sprayed it down and I scrubbed it really, really well with that scrubby brush. I'm using gloves because obviously my hands are coming into contact with the bleach. I didn't use gloves in the bathroom because I really wasn't touching much with the bleach. I was just spraying and rinsing. But anyways, you rinse that off really, really well. And then I'm going to go in and scrub the front plate here. And then the other important thing is to make sure that you allow this to dry overnight. You want it fully dry before you reassemble it. And then I'm going to go in here with a Lysol wipe and just wipe out all of the dirt in there. And that scrubby brush that I was using is designed to help get into, you see that hole up top there? I'm going to wipe right there. It helps you get down into like there. And even in the front, there's like a hole that you can put that brush into to help clean out any debris that gets stuck. But I will say this machine and the self-cleaning mode does a really good job at getting it, pretty well cleaned. But yeah, that's how I go in and deep clean that. So shower curtain is done. I'm going to hang this back up and move on to another project that I have been putting off and I'm super excited about. So stay tuned.
Stuck in the middle, so we climbed the fence. It's like the whole turned its back on us, and now we can't tell if it's heaven or hell. It's like knowing all the answers. Oh, you're sorry, but you never can tell. All the lovers, we were diving far too deep, different colors that we had to put to sleep. All the lovers, hope that we could break the spell. All the lovers, we went down the wishing well. All the lovers, we were diving far too deep, different colors that we had to put to sleep. All the lovers, hope that we could break the spell. All the lovers, we went down the wishing well.
Okay, here I was just cleaning off the dining room table, decluttering some mail and paperwork, which I'm sure is the bane of your existence as it is mine. But here is the project that I am super excited about. So when we designed our kitchen, we built in this spice rack, which I love and adore. It's wonderful. It's right next to the stove, very convenient. However, I never know what spice is what because all of the containers are facing with the lids up. And so I've been living with it like this for about a year, a little over a year actually is when we put the kitchen in. Oh, Old Bay is life, by the way. If you don't have it or use it, you are missing out. But anyways, I decided I couldn't take it anymore and I needed to find a better and easier way. That way, when I'm cooking, I'm not sorting through 10 different spice bottles to figure out which one is which. So step one is to completely clear out the spice rack. These were just like random packets that came with some of my HelloFresh meals we used to get all the time. Coming in with my Eufy or Eufy, however it's pronounced, vacuum. I love it. I keep it in the kitchen. It's wonderful for these types of messes and crumbs and whatnot. Come in, clean that out, wipe it out with Mrs. Meyer's apple cider. That is the best scent they make, in my opinion. It's amazing. And then I found these spice jars on Amazon. So the reason I love them is because they're glass, so it's like, aesthetically pleasing, so to speak, but they come with two different types of labels. The first labels, which you saw, were like rectangular that you could put on the side of the bottle, but these are round labels that go on the top. So when I have the spices in the drawer, I'm going to be able to pull the drawer open and read everything from up top, which is obviously ideal and it'll make my life so much easier. Came with this little funnel that you use to put pour all the spices in the jar with, and also came with the plastic caps there. Now the funnel, I was like, okay, so I just used, I think this was Italian seasoning. So if I go on to cinnamon, how am I going to keep my cinnamon from tasting like Italian seasoning? I didn't realize when I ordered it, but it comes with this like mini Swiffer looking thing, and it's like a foam duster thing, and you get in there and wipe it out, and it literally takes everything out. The funnel is like silicone material, so everything comes off pretty easily. But anyways, I'm just going to show you a sped up version of me transferring all my spices over. I did not sit here and show you every single one. It would have been forever, but I did a few so you could get an idea. It did not take me that long at all. I want to say maybe 30 to 45 minutes from start to finish.
You as you drive, do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up.
Okay, so at this point I had finished all the spices up top, and I'm coming in down at the bottom now, clearing it out. There wasn't really much spilled down here, but this is just for stuff that we don't use as often, and I also keep a lot of my like sprinkles for baking and whatnot down here. So decided to go through and basically keep the spices in here that either we don't use very often at all, or the ones that are like overstocked. Like I have a whole container of salt there, obviously I'm gonna keep that. Our bottle of vanilla, a little container of pepper, things like that. Also, I did have quite a few that were, oh gosh, what are they called? Oh, the grinders, and I could not clearly transfer them. So the front part of the cabinet is going to be for my overflow, some grinders, and like the vanilla and whatnot. And then the back part, I kept all of my sprinkles. So here we are, finished product. I love it. It makes life so much easier. And I even had to be extra and put them in alphabetical order, because why not?
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
Okay, so cleaned up all of the mess, got rid of the extra containers, and I'm just wiping down this silicone funnel here, getting that all cleaned up. And then I'm going to move on to emptying my little vacuum there, which I used a few times throughout my spice adventure with being spilled. But bonus, sorry that the camera angle's like this, I'm not sure why it flipped. The cool thing about using a little vacuum like this, when you are sucking up spices, is now whenever I use it, it smells like cinnamon. So that's awesome. But anyways, the front of this just literally twists off, and that little filter in there just kind of sits in there. Super easy to empty. But here in a moment, I'm going to give you a sneak peek because I've been talking about my living room refresh, and it is, we've begun the process, so to speak. One of the first things I wanted to do was replace some of my lights that I had in there. And I had my husband ask his best friend, who's an electrician, to help us hardwire them in. And here's a sneak peek of them working on the lights. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.